Welcome back to Bug Pinning and Preservation 101. This is an excellent question. Pinning a molt is going to be fairly similar to the normal process for pinning insects. I do recommend wearing gloves since the hairs can be a little bit irritating. First step is going to be rehydrating your molt. Most people seem to prefer what I call the soup method, which is where you fully submerge your specimen in a little bit of warm water. Since the molt is so delicate, if you want to prevent hair loss during this process, you can add a tiny drop of dish soap and that'll help to ease surface tension. After a couple minutes of soaking, you can go ahead, test the legs for mobility. If they're able to move fairly easily, you can take your specimen out and start the pinning process. Normally, you would start with an anchor pin that goes directly through it, but since this is a molt and it's going to be delicate, I do not recommend that. I would just brace around the body with pins. Once it's braced, you can go ahead and move your specimen around with your forceps to get it in position before pinning it in place. After that, you can go ahead and let it dry out completely. I let my specimens dry out anywhere from 3 days to a full week. Leave them somewhere that's relatively climate controlled and out of direct sunlight where they can sit and be undisturbed. Once it's dry, if you have the carapace, now would be the time to attach those if you're going to. So to do that, you can use either super glue or white glue, both are fine. You do want to keep in mind if you'd want to acetone treat your specimen for any reason, which I can't really foresee why for a molt, but if you wanted to, keep in mind the acetone would eat through the super glue, so otherwise it's just personal preference for that. Of course, you'll want to let those fully dry down too after they're glued on before you put it into its display. You do want it to be relatively airtight, whatever you have it in. If you have it in something like a Riker shadow box frame, I would recommend sealing the back with painter's tape just to prevent any pests from getting in. We don't want another carpet beetle situation on our hands. It should be a beautiful piece in your home for years and years, even decades to come. Good luck out there. If I missed anything, feel free to leave questions in the comments as always.